This is our Obama doll. As we see, Obama's got pockets full of money. And he's in the pockets of Wall Street corporate persons, as they're being called right now. We don't agree that a corporation is a person, and so that's going to be one of the themes of the occupation. We see that it's money that runs our politicians, and the money comes from the corporations, and they can spend unlimited amounts of money now on our leaders.
President Obama quietly asked the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency to withdraw a plan to limit smog pollution that was projected to prevent 2,200 heart attacks and 23,000 asthma attacks annually. The move was seen as a major victory for polluters and some business leaders, and another setback for environmentalists. Joe Romm, senior fellow at the Center for American Progress and editor of Climate Progress, spoke on Current TV.
It's actually doing something worse than what George Bush wanted to do.
So we'll have a bunch of these dolls out there. And also, we're going to have these drones. We're going to do a drone action in front of the General Atomics. General Atomics is a company that makes the Predator drone that just recently murdered an American in Yemen, and we feel that it's wrong to spend our money on robotics killing.
Civilian deaths in the war in Afghanistan is growing.
More US-led air raids that have killed more innocent civilians.
The increased number of civilian casualties after US airstrikes.
Dozens of casualties brought to the main hospital in Kandahar city.
35 civilians were killed and 38 injured.
Between 70 and 100 people are dead.
More than 130 Afghan civilians have been killed.
Nearly 700 civilians were killed.
2,000 civilians were killed in this conflict.
So we have our Predator drone. This will be painted with the American flag on it. Like all drones should have those American images on them, because we're the ones who are using them.
The trigger is pulled in Nevada, inside these cramped single-wide trailers and small offices. 250 pilots work in shifts around the clock. Alongside each one of them is a crew member who operates the plane's onboard camera, and a behind-the-scenes team of intelligence analysts. The planes aren't launched here at Creech. They take off from locations in Iraq and Afghanistan, and crews here take control by satellite once the aircraft is several thousand feet in the air.
Nobody's really sure about how this is going to turn out, and we feel like there should be a discussion, a worldwide discussion on how we use drones.
Next year is going to be a watershed year. We'll actually buy more unmanned aircraft than we buy manned aircraft for the first time in the Air Force's history.
At General Atomics is on the corner of H and 19th, and we've done actions there before.
Meet Neal Blue, a shy American on the Australian scene. Neal owns US-based Sequoia Fuels Corporation. In 1992, their uranium plant was shut down for repeated safety breaches. Nearby groundwater was found to have uranium levels 35,000 times higher than the accepted standard. Neal is also CEO and chairman of US arms manufacturer General Atomics. General Atomics once paid a private investigator to pose as a Kurdish refugee and infiltrate green groups. General Atomics also make Predator drones, the unmanned spy planes the US military uses in Iraq and Afghanistan. Neal has brought members of the US Congress over here to talk Predator drones with our government. He has also welcomed Australian MPs to his headquarters at General Atomics. That's because Neal is now the man behind Australia's new 4-mile uranium mine. Uranium, politicians, Predator drones, and a fake Kurd. All on the public record. All part of the company world of Neal Blue.
Let's fly it. So this drone is taking off to go and bomb someone. This drone didn't quite make it through. Okay. So now here's the back of our shop here. And because we spend billions and billions of dollars on these robotic weapons, we spend billions of dollars on wars in 14,000 miles away. We've made these houses that represent the foreclosed houses that are going on in the United States today. We're going to paint windows on here, and these are places, as I'll show you, these are places where people can actually live inside now. This is the new American dream, to have your own refrigerator box. It's if you spend 10 years killing people 14,000 miles away that you don't understand their culture or their languages or how they live, this is what you're going to end up with. 300 million people are suffering right now in this country, and 1% seems to be able to tell us to get out of our houses. They create bubbles. They might even create a cardboard house bubble. Who knows? This is one of our new homes that the American public will be living in, due to the fact that we have 10 years of unfunded wars that Obama continues to fight, even escalates these wars. So I'm going out to Freedom Plaza on the 6th in Washington, D.C. to declare that I'm ready to do what I saw in Tahrir Square when I was there during the Egyptian Revolution. And it's not about a single message or a single idea. It's about the fact that we need a change, a real change. We need to change the regime, really. We need to stop thinking about living in cardboard houses. We need to get the American dream back. And that's what I'm going to be there until we have my children, I have 2 teenage boys, that they have a future. That's what I'm going for.
Okay, thank you.